Welcome to our kitchen. Today we show two ways for substituting garum using ancient recipes found in the Japonica, a 10th century collection of older agricultural texts, and in a 2nd century fragment attributed to Pseudo-Rufus. We start with the ingredients. For the first, we need mackerels, concentrated grape must, oregano, and salt. For the second, we need tub gurnards, wine, and salt. To make the first sauce from the Japonica, we gut and wash the mackerels and boil them in salted water with the oregano and a little concentrated grape must. Then we strain the broth. Concentrated grape must can be replaced with another sweetener, such as a little honey, raisin wine, or also mead, called aquamulsa in Latin. To make it from scratch, pound some grapes in the mortar, filter the juice, and boil it down until it is reduced by half. As you can see, the preparation is essentially a concentrated, flavorful fish broth, called garum in the text, although it is clear that it is a quick substitute. In fact, the author recommends it for those who don't want to wait months before using garum. As we can read in other passages of the Japonica, and in a fragment of Gargilius Martialis, dating to the 3rd century, the regular preparation of garum involves macerating fish with its guts and salt for an extended period, typically 1 to 3 months. In time, the fish liquefies, thanks to a proteolysis process, and the liquid part, called liquamen, can be separated from the solid residue, called allex or allec. The fish guts are essential to start the liquefaction, allowing the garum to mature and acquire its typical umami flavor that enhances any kind of dish with its sapidity. Naturally, this quick fish sauce is not as flavorful as actual garum, but can be used anyway as a substitute if we don't have garum. In fact, it adds a nice complexity of aromas to other dishes, thanks to the presence of fish, salt, oregano, and the concentrated grape must, which sweetens the sauce and gives it a delicious taste. To learn more about garum and other fish sauces throughout history, check out our new book, Early Italian Recipes, Fish, Seafood and Fish Sauces, which includes recipes translated from primary sources for fish, seafood, garum, enogarum, and muria between the Antiquity and the end of the Renaissance. You'll also find information about the preparation and the preservation of fish, as well as the production of fish sauces. To learn more about ancient cuisine, check out our book Ancient Roman Cooking. Additionally, the full translation of De Re Cucinaria is available on our Patreon page, along with other ancient sources, such as Cato's De Agricultura and Columella's De Re Rustica, as well as articles on ancient and medieval food. To support our work, you can also buy us a beer and purchase our merchandise. All the links, including a list of our books, are in the description below. The preparation suggested by Pseudo-Rufus is different, and would be called enogarum, a term that in other sources refers to the presence of garum and wine, even if the author calls his recipe confectio gari, which means preparation of garum. In this case, it is essentially a very concentrated broth made with wine without sweeteners. To prepare the second fish sauce, we gut and wash the tub gurnards and boil them in white wine, with a good amount of salt, until the wine reduces to 1/3. The author suggests a ratio of 1 part fish to 3 parts wine. The cooking time depends on the size of the fish and the amount of wine. Then we strain the broth. You can use any kind of fish for both preparations, whether sea or freshwater fish. Pseudorufus also suggests using salted or fresh fish of a small size. Remember that when preparing these fish sauces, you must clean and gut the fish. As mentioned earlier, the guts of the fish are essential to start the process of proteolysis, which does not occur in a fish broth, in which the guts would ruin the flavor of the sauce. These two fish sauces were quite different from each other. We recommend both for preparing fish dishes, though the one by Pseudorufus also works well for meat dishes. We suggest using the fish that you boiled to make recipes from the Recoquinaria, where you'll replace regular garum with these fish sauces. Remember that these fish sauces won't keep for long. You should use them immediately and keep them refrigerated for no more than a couple of days, because they spoil quickly, unlike actual garum. If you're interested in ancient foods and flavors, subscribe our channel and consider supporting us on Patreon.